Britain, Britain, Britain. Today we are once again delving into the lives of your everyday Brit.
You just knew that was going to happen!
In what is the second instalment of r/CasualUK. Okay, first up, what a service. Muff Wash! Ye muff. It's a village just across the border of Northern Ireland, and apparently they had some divers called the Divers of Muff. Bloody muff divers, what are they like? Bus stop suspended. Why have they put it on the side where if you're in the bus stop you can't read the sign? That's actually cruel. I'm actually so curious how long she sat there waiting for that poor bus before she realised. I really hope he went down and told her. Poor lady. Caution. What the hell? Speed ramps, 8 3/4 miles an hour. Who's measuring that accurately? There's a shit news story about it here. It's so classic British. The management of De Vere Wotton House said the reasons behind the limit was to add a touch of magic to the guest visit. As if someone's going to be driving past that and be like, yeah, this was worth every penny. Saw this on Twitter. Title was New Build Hell. God, that looks like some sort of detainment camp. That's terrifying. It's going to turn asking for your football back into a game of battleships. Yeah, goodness knows where that's going to go. I mean, I kind of get that everyone wants to have their own sort of private back garden, but I don't know, it's so lifeless. Not even a tree or a bit of greenery in sight. Also, why are they not even straight? What's with them being so wobbly? So unpleasant to look at. Unfortunate named neighbours. Sweet 15, the Duke of York. Wait, is Prince Andrew? Oh no, that's awful. Prince Andrew being the Duke of York next to Sweet 15. If you don't know that story, you don't want to know. My wife for 4 years and I have always bought brown bread, thinking the other prefers it. We recently discovered we both always preferred white bread. Ballot bins are in vogue in Manchester. Which side do you fall on? This is actually so clever because it actually means people are more likely to stick stuff in the bin. Barbie winning. I really need to watch both. If anyone's seen either, let me know what they're like. I'm in this group. Anyone else? People in the UK now prefer fried chicken over fish and chips. That's like our national dish. Actually, I think a curry is our national dish. Feels betraying, but honestly, given the choice between KFC and a fish and chip shop, I'd probably go with KFC as well. Last day of term is the best day of the year as a teacher's husband. A snapshot of the loot. What a dream. We actually used to do this different. I wonder if this is a Jersey thing. Everyone used to bring in a bunch of like food. Everyone would get allocated a different type of food, bring it in, set it on a table in the middle, and on the last day we'd just have like a massive buffet. You sort of go up one by one, getting like chocolate, sweets, Doritos. Although we definitely didn't have bottles of wine in ours, but yeah, we definitely brought food in for ourselves rather than our teachers. It is kind of cute though. I wish I'd done this with my favorite teachers. Today is the day. Life in the UK test. Oh, I think memeulous did a video actually doing this. I wonder if this is what inspired it. I might do this, especially given I'm kind of from the UK, but also kind of not. I passed as well. Yeah, let's go. Celebrated with the traditional meal of my people, Taco Bell. Have we got Taco Bell in the UK? What the hell? No way. We've got loads of American restaurants coming here and it looks so weird. I walked past a Wendy's the other day and I was like, what the hell is that doing here? But yeah, if you want me to do this life in the UK test, let me know because I'd actually be so curious. Please do not worry if you see our very old cat looking worse for wear. She has been shaved due to matted fur. If you're concerned about her, please come speak to us. Oh, that poor old thing. That is looking worse for wear. Cat looks side to side in mirror. Yep, looks solid, mate. Nice one. Yep, cheers, looks good. That's exactly what I asked for. Thanks, Barber. Walked in CEX and came across this creepy plastic baby. Anyone know what it is? Very curious. What the hell is that? Did any of you guys have these in school? They were like little plastic eggs with like silicone rubbery aliens inside. They were so weird. Everyone was obsessed with them. And also, we were absolutely convinced that if you left 2 of them in an egg for long enough, they'd have a baby, which obviously never happened, but we were convinced of it for years. This is Greg's greatest addition for years. The mark of a great bake. It's so blind people know which bake they got. Did they not order it in the first place? I wonder why they are cut different though. Any bakers can let us know.
I don't know.
The future. What is going on here? Oh, is it over so that people can walk under the cable? It's kind of cool, I guess. Is it? I hope this isn't the future, but I think the effort and consideration for others they've put in is admirable. Honestly, I'd like to think that this is for other people, but I'm pretty convinced it's just so that people don't trip over and unplug the cable. But maybe I'm being overly cynical. The Royal Albion Hotel on Brighton seafront being demolished after a fire last weekend. I didn't even hear about this fire. That's a pretty iconic hotel. I'd be worried about it falling backwards on me. Also, he's very slow. It's been almost a year since I left the UK. Never thought I'd missed the food the most. I honestly have never met a person that I know that enjoys a kebab. It's one of those things that people kind of get at the end of a night out after they've had a ridiculous amount to drink because you just have no idea what's in it. Sat there rotating like this at like a warm heat. The amount of bacteria and dirty stuff that must get in there is absolutely vile. But when I see people chowing down on them after a night out, I am always like, That does look very tasty, but is it worth the risk? Probably not. Peak dad joke at work. I was in an office working on a faulty printer. A friend of mine comes in and starts talking to a colleague, looking quite distressed. She explains that her daughter had somehow swallowed a 10-pence piece. She wasn't home then and her husband didn't know what to do. She arrived home, started the usual trying to make her sick, did the Heimlich maneuver, etc. She eventually managed to get her to throw up the coin. I couldn't help myself. I said, well, you should keep an eye on her, just in case there's any change in her condition. The look on my colleague's face was priceless, though mum was not impressed. I've reached peak dad joke and my life is complete. Very good. Was this written by George Clark by any chance? My daughter insists that flattening the sauce cup in McDonald's is the correct way. I think she's barbaric. Now, usually I would be with your daughter here. Cheeky, because the whole point of flattening it out is so you can get like 10 times as much sauce and not need to take like 10 pots. But she's put the same amount of sauce as in a tiny pot. She's not barbaric, she's just an idiot. Enough beer, lads. Crikey, that's a lot of cases. It's Carling, so could be watering the plants. Carling, for those of you who don't know, gets an absolute slandering in the UK for basically being like piss. A lot of people bad-mouthing the lager they were conceived on. Very good. I messaged Pot Noodle and their banter game is strong. Hey, remember that jerk-flavoured pot noodle you released 2 years ago? I don't, because my girlfriend ate the one I purchased without my permission, and then they were discontinued. We still argue about it to this day, and she keeps telling me to tell you about it. I knew she didn't mean it literally, but here I am scoring points. Any chance of them being re-released, or do I have to find a new girlfriend? Thanks, very reasonable. Hey Mikey, wish we had better news for you, but it looks like you're going to need to find a new girlfriend. We know breakups can be hard, but we're here to support you. Please send us your address and mobile number, and we'll send a care package out to you next week to help you get through the tough time ahead. Stay strong, Pot Noodle admin. What a legend. And they actually sent it. They sent me 5 pot noodles and a packet of tissues. That is class. I mean, it only cost a couple of quid for them, so that was probably a bit of good fun in the office.
Pot noodle and a wank.
The jerk chicken flavour ones were amazing. They were good because it was spicier than the original curry flavour, but not as hot as Bombay Bad Boy. And the OP replied, she constantly reminds me how good it was. It's like she doesn't even understand the severity of the situation. Oh dear, terrible. Should have gone to, oh never mind. And it's a Specsavers car that's crashed. How ironic. Should have gone to Specsavers. Glad to see some real news at last. My giant Weatherspoons chip was so huge, it dwarfed my beef burger. That is massive. Sophie Turnock believes she had the biggest Weatherspoon chip in the world. It's one thing to go, lol, look how big this chip is, but you never had the upseek to actually send this into the papers. I'm so curious what else this woman has going on in her life that she was like, I just have to tell someone about this. Just a photo of Pele and the Brazil football team in Bolton during the 1966 World Cup. You don't get more glamorous than that. Where the hell have they found this photo from? If it wasn't for the bus, this photo looks like it could be recent. Yeah, that's so true. The outfits are so weirdly modern. Obviously the houses haven't changed much. It's really just a bus and Pele. Day 2 in London. Considered the Sunday roast, but got more walking to do today. Oh, you know what? On a Sunday, fish and chips and beer. Maybe I was giving too much slander to the fish and chips compared with KFC earlier on. You know what? I'm going back. I'm siding with the fish and chips. Unexpected house guest. What the hell? Oh, is that a grass snake? What is that? I never knew they couldn't harm you. No way. There used to be so many of these where I grew up, because I obviously lived by the beach and there was a lot of sort of like long wild grass, and there were tons of them. I saw them all the time, and a double rainbow all the way across the sky. Well, thanks for joining me for another r/CasualUK. If you love Britain, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed for the next installment, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.